How you doing, guys? Today is October 20th, 2020. My videos are raw, no editing, no fancy music, none of that crap. I don't have time for it. It's been a long time since I made a video, so I thought I'd throw one together real quick. I think I'm going to go the route with my videos as helping people understand things that can be confusing. A lot of you already know this, so just don't watch the video. You already know it. Anyways. The people that don't know about fuel systems like I did, and it was really confusing. My buddy Mo at Real Street, that would be realstreetperformance.com. He helped me out with pretty much everything. Fantastic guy. Couldn't have done it without him. I want to give a shout out to Chris. He made a comment about my cancer just recently. I was like, I got to make a video for this guy. So I want to say hi to Chris. How you doing, buddy? I'm gonna throw together a video about fuel systems for you real quick. Try to simplify it and use what knowledge I have to help you out. Some of my knowledge may be wrong. If I am, put it in the comments. Let me know, what I'm wrong about. Can't be right about everything. Anyways, I'm gonna flip this around, and it's like the videos I do are not fancy, so whatever. But I just want to share my knowledge with you. Hold on one second. Okay, these are the parts that I got from Real Street. I'm going to show you what I'm going through. I'm building an LS VTEC B18 turbo, and I got to have a lot of fuel. Skunk's intake manifold. This is their, which one is this? Pro Series. There we go. Pro Series intake manifold. I use Radium products. Mo told me about them at Real Street. They're really nice products. Boy, they're just beautiful products. Let's go through the fuel system, and this is basically how your stock one will work as well. I need a fuel tank. All right, here. This is our fuel tank. There we go. Okay, fuel comes out of your fuel tank into this filter, comes out the filter into your fuel pump, exits your fuel pump into another filter, exits the fuel filter into the end of your fuel rail, gets whatever gets used in the motor, goes through your ejectors and goes through your motor, whatever the bypass, it comes back out through the pressure regulator, returns back through your line, back to the fuel tank. It's just one circular motion of fuel that is constantly flowing all the time. What's needed gets used here, gets dropped into your motor. However, it's basically the system's that simple. It's just flow and return, flow and return. This is an external fuel pump by AEM. The part number is 50-1009. I think it's good for, God, I seen it running 800 horsepower on this fuel pump. It's an external fuel pump, cannot be mounted inside the tank. It's mounted outside. They're really noisy. I don't care about the noise. Another Radium products. Now we'll get into a little more detail here. The fuel system of your car, when you build an engine, you got to have a good fuel system. You're not going to make power without it. It's got to be tunable. It's got to be, I buy quality stuff. I can't afford it, but I do it anyways. We're broke. We have like no money. Trust me, we are so broke. We're putting all the money into this car. Where do I start? Okay, this is a Fergola fuel line that Mo talked me into buying. This is 8. This is size 8AN or -8, whatever. That's the feed. This is -6 return. Stock on a Honda, I don't know. I think it's -6 for your feed, or size 6 for your feed, and the return is even smaller. It's really, and it's not good to run big power on a stock fuel system. I have seen 500-600 made on a stock fuel system before, but it really stresses the fuel system out, stresses your pump out. Stuff like that. Like I said, this is Fergola line. This is a PTFE braided line. It was these two lines right here. This is 20 foot of -8. This is 20 foot of -6. That was $429 for that line. The larger one is your feed. The smaller one is your return. Just crazy expensive. On this table here, we're probably looking at, with the injectors and everything, $2,000 worth of stuff, maybe a little more. I don't know. It adds up quick though. This is your Iridium fuel filter, my Iridium fuel filter. like I said, your fuel tank's here. The fuel will come out into a 100 micron, which is semi-fine. You want to use the semi-fine one with the the raw fuel coming out of the tank into this filter, semi-fine, directly into the pump. When it comes out of the pump, it goes into a 10 micron, which is really ultra fine. That'll filter the fuel before it gets to your injectors. These are Injector Dynamics 1700cc injectors, because I'm going to be running E85. These little burgers were $1,188 for injectors. Don't cheap out on injectors. Don't cheap out on injectors. Pay for the good ones. Yeah, it's well worth it. Trust me on that. This, like I said, this is your fuel rail. Fuel comes in. This is a pulse dampener. Normally on your Hondas, if you take a look, you'll see a kind of a large deal right here where your fuel line comes in. It's got that plastic cap on it. That's actually a pulse damper. That's the OEM pulse damper. I won't be running that. I'm running the Iridium rail-mounted pulse dampener. This is the Iridium fuel pressure regulator. There's your adjustment right on top. I got a dog knocking on the door. Son of a bitch. Come on, dummy. Come on, house. There you go. Who else wants to come in? Anybody else? Anybody else want to come in? No? Okay. Alright. Brew Brew. Brew Brew. Stay out of stuff, Brew Brew. That's my little rescue Catahoula. I love dogs, if you haven't noticed. Anyways, where were we? Fuel injectors, pulse dampener, fuel pressure regulator. Comes out of here, goes back to your tank to the 6. And of course your fuel tank is vented. There's not much more to it than that. Throttle body, this is the K-Tune throttle body I bought, 74 millimeter, which is 3-inch. My entire turbo system is 3-inch. But yeah, intake manifold, fuel rail, pulse damper, fuel pressure regulator, injectors, injector plugs, throttle body, fuel line, your filter between the injectors and your pump, the filter between your fuel tank and pump, and of course your fuel pump. That's it. It's as simple as that. I mean, there's nothing to it, really. Hey, Brew Brew, Brew Brew. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. Run big enough line if you're running a lot of horsepower. If I would say, God, if you're going 350 stock fuel lines, even 400, you can use stock fuel lines. When you go past 400, I would say up your fuel lines past 400. Yeah, up them. 5 to 800, you can get away with a dash 8 feed and a dash 8 return. I actually passed, I think, close to 700. I would go to a dash 10 feed and an 8 return. Is what I would do. The vents on your fuel tank, if you're on a fuel cell, make your vents as big as you want. Just don't go any smaller than dash 6, I would say. And run 2 of them. You know, they usually have provisions on the top of the fuel cells when you get them. So simple as that. Updated my cancer. I had tests done. My 6-month test came back, and they were negative. There's no more growth of the cancer. It's actually stopped, and the doctor said he wants to see me back in a year to if I have any difficulties between now and next year to give him a hug. But actually, I'm doing pretty good. I actually feel fine. I got a permanent limp because of arthritis. I raced super bikes and motocross my entire life, 30 years of racing. Broke a shitload of bones. Really beat the hell out of myself, and the arthritis is setting in. I got another dog knocking on the door. Come on, Mosey. Attaboy. Okay, anyway, short video. I'm going to go ahead and upload it, and if you guys have any questions about fuel systems or anything, to the best of my knowledge, I'll do what I can to give you the right answer. If I don't know the right answer, we'll find it together. So I appreciate you guys coming by, and it's good to see you. All right, guys. Thank you.